Howdy folks, my name is Darren from RC Scale Models, and today we'll be taking a look at Airfix's 135 scale Tiger-1 late variant. I believe people have mentioned to me in the past, and they said Airfix tanks are reboxing of Academy. I have checked that out on ScaleMates, and that's what they say as well, that they're reboxings of Academy. I have a couple of Academy kits in the past, and I've built a couple of their tanks, and they've gone together reasonably well, so this should be no different. We'll take a closer look at this Tiger-1. So folks, this is their range of kits and one of their Tiger tanks. So we have two markings. We have one here from the 101st SS Panzer, June 3rd 1944, and we have another one from the 507, I'm not sure what that says, but it's from Poland, January 1945, so that's towards the end of the war. Typical Airfix, it's their nice sturdy boxes. I do like their boxes. We are loaded with plastic, so we have wheels, turret, decals. We do get rubber tracks, so we'll take a closer look at this. So first we'll look at the instructions. So typical Airfix is their layout for their instructions. I do like their layout. A couple of warnings and their symbols. First thing they want to talk about is Zimmerit, and this is what they recommend within the kit. I have seen people do several ways of doing Zimmerit in the kit in our tanks before. They're asking to use putty and using some kind of Zimmerit tool. The only tools I have to make Zimmerit is this one from Master Tools, which are trumpeters. So it's a range of different applicators for applying Zimmerit. These are wheels for making straight lines. These are curved blades with Zimmerit pattern on it. It's only the basic lined Zimmerit that you see on here, this picture. There is other ways of doing Zimmerit. I've seen people use screwdrivers, heating them up and pressing it into the plastic. That's going to take a long time. There are manufacturers that do Zimmerit moulded into kits. There are decals you can buy. There are really thin sheets of plastic you can buy. There's photo etch. So there is a number of ways of doing it. I've never attempted Zimmerit, so I've got that Zimmerit tool, so we're going to try it and see how it comes out. But first step with the tank is a bathtub hole, and all you've got your suspension arms, a couple of plugs for the bottom, some brackets on the front here, and then we have the road wheels, return rollers and drive sprocket. I believe this variant, because it's a late, do have steel wheels, not the rubber version. And then we move on to attaching all your wheels. They have an interlocking mechanism. That's how the Tiger's done with their wheels. There's a couple of parts you've got to be careful of, and it tells you where to apply your Zimmerit as you go along. So you've got Zimmerit along the front here, Zimmerit along the lower plate, and then you have your rear of the tank. And so this whole grey section is where the Zimmerit will go. You might want to apply the Zimmerit first before attaching everything else, because otherwise you're not going to get round it all. So apply Zimmerit, then you can attach your exhaust, fenders, exhaust shrouds, that kind of thing. Attaching more wheels, drive sprocket and return roller, that kind of thing. We do have pins that go from the inside. They're asking for no glue, so they can be movable. I recommend having your drive sprocket at least movable so you can adjust the track, especially when you're using plastic tracks. You want to have it movable, but because this is rubber, it shouldn't really make a difference. It's just wrapped around it anyway. Don't like rubber tracks for a Tiger or German vehicles in general, because their vehicles have a lot of sag. You can't really get that effect with rubber tracks, so I like to use plastic tracks or aftermarket metal tracks. I have a couple of aftermarket tracks on plastic and metal, so I might use one of those. It all depends. And then more tools like a jack, covers for exhaust, some more towing eyes, that kind of thing. It shows you your location where stuff goes. Upper deck is one big square. The circle is where your turret goes. We have the engine decks that can go on. Tools as well. I like to paint my tools last because they're wooden handles and stuff, so it's easier for me to paint them separately and just glue them into place. Some photo etch grills, I believe, that comes with this kit. We're going to have to try and find those because it is PE, which is a nice touch. Wouldn't have thought that you would ever see PE within an Airfix kit. You do. We have another engine deck with some grab handles. This part here, I think, is some hatches with the vision ports. We have a couple of pieces here, I'm not sure what they are. Turn your attention to the upper hatch. You can have them closed. This is a closed engine deck as well. We have a front glacier with the machine gun port. This section here telling you how to lay out your tow cable. Again, we've got more tools. These tools are generally made of metal, so they're like a dark colour. Sometimes you can get away with having your tow cable on now, because some vehicles I have seen tow cable painted and blended in it. It all depends how you want to do yours. If you have yours worn and weathered and the tow cable been used, it's going to go rusty and just beat up anyway, so it all depends how you want to do it. Looks like the barrel is slide molded in several parts, which is a very nice touch. Again, easy clean up. Different mantlets, or part of the mantlet. Again, you have Zimmerit that goes on here, especially around this curve. It's going to be a little bit tricky to do Zimmerit. Part of your turret, again, two halves. Again, the whole of the side of the turret is applied with Zimmerit. Spare tracks going on, which is optional. We have more hatches with grab handles, a stowage box. I think this is at the back of the tank, which is here. Upper part of your turret, we have some vision ports again for the commander, and they're saying for A and B, which is to do with, so A and B is different hatches. We have some parts for the commander. These hatches can be open or closed. We have side patches. I think this is for the loading of shells, if I'm not mistaken. There must be a crew figure in this, and it shows you the painting guide. A couple of parts for your tow cable, some clamps. Don't know why they're telling you that now when it should have been on the other page. Side skirts going in. Doesn't look like the side skirt has Zimmerit. Just check your references and check your stuff. Last part is everything that's within the kit. You do get photo etch. I've got to try and find one because I can't see it. Hopefully it's not missing. First scheme, typical German camouflage, which is Dunkelgelb yellow and brown and green. They're calling out for olive green. That's not right, I don't think. Red, brown, close enough. And dark yellow, kind of close enough. Black is for the tracks, maybe. Second scheme is from the one in Poland. Marking of 200, and this is typical Dunkelgelb yellow with the brown. Not too bad. This one has Zimmerit as well. Both tanks are asking for Zimmerit because it is a late. You possibly can build an early or medium or mid. This possibly, I'm not 100% sure. Markings are for the two variants of tank, serial number 200 and 0112, and that's pretty much it. As for the kit itself, in no particular order, we'll just grab the parts as we go along. So we'll start with the bathtub hole. We have rubber tracks in there, so we have the bathtub hole. It's quite a large vehicle, the Tiger. Moulded detail is pretty good. No problem with that. You see the lower hole is from the Tiger early version, so there must be an early version out there, made in Korea. Obviously you can tell it's a Academy kit, because that's where the Academy is made from, I believe. Nice sturdy plastic. It is in their yellow style of plastic, so I like that. Certainly nicely done. As for the Tiger tracks, straight out the box, if you build them as it is, they're okay, sufficient if you're okay for that. But I believe there are some issues with the tracks. They're not 100% right. I'm not a Tiger expert, so I couldn't tell you for sure. But I do like to have plastic or metal on German vehicles because of the sag. So I won't be using those. I will save those, especially if you're making a diorama. You could use these for printing in and getting tank tracks. I think that's the only thing they're good for, personally. So in this bag we have some wheels. They've certainly sealed their bags up quite tight. Come on. There we are, after wrestling with the bag. So here is the photo etch Zimmerit you get from Photo Etch. So they give you a plaque as well. Actually they give you a Zimmerit tool. That's a Zimmerit tool. That's a nice touch. So it's got different sides. 5mm, 7mm, 0.7mm, 0.5mm. So that's pretty cool. Didn't realise that. So I have another tool now. So with the grills, don't look too bad neither. It's very, very thin though, but that is a nice touch. I like that. Set of wheels, two sprues. We have the road wheels. These are steel wheels for Tiger. Return roller, drive sprocket, parts of the exhaust. These are your torsion bar parts. They're not a full length torsion bar, but they're got a little bit. These are your towing sections for towing and grab handles. So nicely done. Detail doesn't look too bad for the wheels. Drive sprocket doesn't look too bad. The return roller doesn't look too bad. Or is it the idler? I always get them mixed up. Nicely indeed. What we have here, we have some parts. We have more wheels. We have the crew figure in this bag. We have tracks, tools, so first sprue here, another drive sprocket, must be for a different variant. I'd have to go through the instructions again just to make sure which is which one we are using. Here is your crew figure in multiple parts. These look like division ports but in plastic. Your spare tracks that go on the side turret. Some tools, some air filters. These are tools for putting the track back on, I believe. So there's your figure. Detail doesn't look too bad for plastic. And there's his boots. Facial expression doesn't look too bad. That's pretty good for plastic, my opinion. Another set of drive sprockets. Don't look too bad. Some vision ports are in plastic. I would prefer clear ones. Some more tools. And those tracks for the side. Strange though, they make plastic tracks, but they give you rubber tyres, rubber tracks. Well, if they can make plastic tracks, why don't they make them for the kit? So they're giving you crap rubber. I don't understand that. Being it's a £40 kit, and you compare that to some other manufacturers like Tamiya, and they give you plastic tracks and stuff now, and it's roughly the same price, you would have thought they would do it. So this exhaust parts, these are more hatches, exhaust parts, more tools. So show you the detail of these, not too bad. Be careful taking these very fine parts off the sprue because they can easily snap. The machine guns, or machine gun. So we have a part here which has the part to do with the turret. And I can see there's another turret as well, so I don't know again which one we're using. You have to check your numbers. So we have this turret. Doesn't look too bad. Even down to, you can see a little bit of weld seam, a weld bead. Pretty cool. And this is the side of the turret. Pretty standard, 2 halves. You get some little bit of internal detail. So if you want the hatches open, you have got some kind of detail inside. Not a lot, but a little bit. This sprue here, engine deck, gun mantlet, different connection points for your cable. So again, you could use all this for spares. Don't let them go to waste. So here is part of your barrel. It is slide molded section. So the muzzle brake and part of the barrel, and the parts for the rest of the barrel. Here's the main barrel itself. It's not slide molded, but it is one piece. But a couple of attachment points either end. Very easy clean up. There's an attachment point there. There is a seam line running down it, but a couple of swipes with a sanding stick would easily take care of that. Not a problem. No need to buy a metal barrel for this. These plastic parts are going to be more sufficient. So here are these sections for your tow cable, different styles because they've got different clamps on them. Some detail parts there. Another piece of tall giant crowbar of some sort. It's part of the engine deck. Gun mantlet. Grills for the engine deck. Nicely clean and crisp and sharp. And now here's the parts of your gun. Like I say, these are slide molded, so no problem at all. And there's your barrel. Nicely done. Wasn't expecting that at all. I expected it to be 2 halves and having a nasty seam line to take care of. We have 2 sprues here the same. So we have more tools and torsion bars, maybe part of the exhaust, I'm not sure. These are your side skirts. So if you wish to have them damaged, you're going to have to bend them up somehow or cut them, because I have seen Tigers with sections missing on the side skirt. So if you wish to do that, you're going to have to cut it. Part of the exhaust system is roughly moulded, so it has kind of a cast texture on it that they've tried to mimic. We have, this looks like little stowage packs, don't know what they are. This is your side fenders. Some more towing eyes. These are slide moulded, but I'm not sure what they are. I think they might be to exhaust, I'm not 100% sure. More covers, I think one of these goes on the bottom. These are your torsion bars. So there is 2 of these, nicely done. So here we have some more turret, another turret, sorry, and polycaps, glacier. This is what I was worried about. This is what I mentioned by an old style barrel, which is in it, 2-piece. But they've given you an up-to-date version. So you get polycaps for your wheels. These are not vinyl or rubber, but these are very hard plastic polycap. So this is the old style barrel. This is what I thought was going to come in the kit, but lucky enough they're giving you an up-to-date version. So this 2-piece barrel is crap, it's no good. Won't be using that, don't need to. We have a slide molded part of the barrel and part of the gun mantlet, but again I don't think this is needed because it's on the other one, which is an up-to-date version. This is part of your barrel. This part goes on the inside of here, so it allows it to go up and down, I believe. So this is another upper deck section of your turret. I'm not sure which one you'll be using. And the sides of this turret as well. Again, I'm not sure which one you're using. Same kind of detail as before. There's a couple of ejector pins inside this one. But it's still nicely done. But I am happy that they give you an up-to-date version of the barrel. Here is your box that sits at the back of the turret. So I don't know what they put in there. Probably general tools and tarps and crew members' sleeping bags maybe. I'm not 100% sure. So we have more hatches, a couple of bits of tools and vision ports and some lights. Another hatch here. So detail looks really good. I'm impressed with this kit. It looks reasonably good, reasonably well moulded. Better than I really expected as well, much better. Also, this is one of the kits that I got in on the Rebox. So if you wish to go back and check that video out, see what you get, or you can get. This is the last sprue I can see. This has got the upper deck. There's some more stuff on here. I'm giving you another deck as well. So I have this one, which has our upper deck. So this is probably from a different version as well. We have another part of the turret. So you're going to get quite a few spares as well. Another gun mantlet. Some more wheels section. So just check, make sure you go through everything. We even got another slide molded barrel section here. Like the muzzle brake is another one. So here's another gun mantlet piece, some more tools, another set of wheels, return roller is it? I think. No, idler. Again, I always get it mixed up. Again, we have another slide molded muzzle brake. So again, I'm not sure which one we'll be using, but it is nice for spares. Some more hatches. Here is another piece of upper turret. Again, there's 3 in this kit, so I'm not sure which one I'll be using or which one I do need. Another upper deck section where the turret will sit. We have 2 of these and I'm not sure which one I need. But it is nicely moulded. I do need these, I do remember seeing these. These were at the front of the vehicle. We have some horrible white string for your tow cable. I'm never a fan of the white string because it doesn't really take paint very well and it's hard to mimic. I would prefer it if it was in black or a piece of metal, copper cable or something, which I'll probably swap it out for. But it's okay for a beginner or just to get started, but I'm not a fan of the white cable, the white string. If you don't want to use the white string option, you can use the plastic parts, which is just as good. These are not too bad at all. This sprue is more parts. Again, I'm not sure which one we needed. We've got more engine deck. Don't know which I'll be needing these ones or not. Upper deck engine, engine deck. These are fenders. I need these. This is the rear of the tank, so I'll be using that part. Again, your Zimmerit goes around here, and then you can attach your exhaust. Again, this is the upper deck again. I'm not sure which one I need. We have a front glacier by the looks of things, and this is the front glacier with a machine gun and vision port. We have more tow cables. So again, it is nicely done, but you do get quite a lot of spares. So definitely you can make different Tigers out of this kit for sure. But because I'm not a expert on Tigers and I don't know a lot of what parts go where, like I say, if you want to make an early out of this, which you probably can, I'm not sure what I would need. So without having instructions or that kind of thing, I can't really tell. So there you are, folks, that's it for the Tiger. Okay folks, there you are. There's another kit from Airfix. It's their 1/35 scale Tiger-1 late variant. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.